I think we're on.
We're on. We're live.
We're live. Welcome to, what episode are we on?
33.
I'm Richard Bliss, joined by my co-host,
Aldo Giazzi.
Can they hear you that?
Okay. I don't know. I whispered it to sound cool.
We're having technical difficulties. It's all herky-jerky. So hopefully this will turn out good.
One day we're going to fix it, right?
One day, after a couple of years, we're going to figure out how to make this work.
All right. It works.
Dang, Aldo, what is this?
Well, it's because Gen Con happened, and I went to a local convention, just got back from a trade show, just got back from my warehouse. There's a lot of games coming out.
Holy cow.
It's Gen Con.
So we got to obviously start right with our sponsors. Let's talk, just give us a quick rundown.
Wow, I mean, yeah, I wish I could take, take this on every
just in case we lose you as we go through this.
Jeez.
The episode we're going to talk about is called Pitching the Game. No.
Soliciting.
Soliciting the Game.
I hate that.
Soliciting the Game Part 2. We're going to talk about that. So I think that'll be good.
Over
here's what we got.
Over here is a group from the Flux Capacity, Zombie Island, Gone Viking, Crisis Hunters. They've got this batch coming out. Legends of Adventure is not out yet. That's a new one from a new client. 11Zs is the follow-up from the guy who did Sushi Go. And we all know how much we love Sushi Go.
We love Sushi Go a lot.
But 11Zs sold out in day one, and then we got some more, so we're restocking it this week.
And what is 11Zs? We played it at the local
It's a T-service game.
It's a T-service game that we enjoy playing quite a bit. Yes.
So, Shadows of Malice, new game designer that was at Gen Con, co-op game. You're going to see the two little decks from Red Dragon Inn. Those are the two new character decks. Those were at Gen Con as well. Heroes Wanted.
Loved this game. I personally love this game. I think I loved it more than Aldo likes me to have loved it. But I love this.
Well, I knew you'd like it.
Yeah.
So you liked it more than I thought.
Yeah, I've loved, and I did not like the artwork at the time. I did not like the look to it. There was a lot of things I didn't like. It took us about halfway through explaining the rules, where suddenly I realized, I think I'm going to like this game. So I enjoyed it.
And you got really excited, too.
And I won.
And it was on the top of the BGG hotness list during Gen Con. It was on the BGG hot list. We sold out and allocated on day one, so more.
Great game. Heroes Wanted.
Ars Victor, they were at our local convention. Richard won a copy.
Yeah, I did. I won a copy.
Richard won a copy, and then they're a new client that's just released as well. The two things were one's off to the side. There's a batch of Castles and Crusades adventure modules that are about to come out, and then the latest Spielbox magazine with Category 6 card in it. Now, everybody knows Category 6, right?
Just tons of stuff.
Yeah. So, anyway, but I wish we could always concentrate more on these, but I think the focus is, which you don't like saying soliciting, but soliciting is the terminology used to informing the distributors and your game.
You've got a game, and you want to pitch it to the retailers and distributors that you want them to carry it.
And you have to get it into solicitation.
And this is important because more and more people are their own self-publishers, unlike in days past where traditional publishers rule. Now so many self-publishers coming out of Kickstarter that you're going to teach them what they need to do.
Well, it's not about teach. It's not about you have to. It's not about this is the rule. It's kind of a political thing, I always tell people, more so than anything else. But if you're going to play the game, no pun intended, to get into distribution as well as doing your game through Kickstarter and releasing it, there are the politics on if you want to play in all these sandboxes that they need to work together. And the distributors need a 2 to 3 month solicitation time period.
What does that mean?
You think it's ridiculous. It's like, why do they need 2 to 3 months to get my game's information into their system? And that's really what it is. But that 2 to 3 months is so they can get it into their system, get it into their magazines, newsletters, email blasts, then let it trickle down to retailers. Retailers see it, and then the retailers ask for it, pre-order, demand it, want more of it, get excited, whatever it is. And that process, for you to fully get the benefits of the power of the distributors reaching all these retailers, is about 2 to 3 months.
So 3 months, I go, I stick it into their system, it does this trickle.
Mm-hmm.
But does that mean that the game now is in their warehouses after those 3 months?
Well, they're waiting for you to say when it's ready to ship.
Oh, it's ready to ship right now.
That gets me all upset. I get that a lot. A lot of people with their Kickstarters, they say, no, my games are here at my house. We already shipped them to backers. And
my wife's telling me to get them out of the garage.
And I tell people, I say, unfortunately, it doesn't work well. Because your game's already out to your backers. We need to solicit it for 2 months. Guess what? I'm not going to do it. We're not going to do it. The distributors and the retailers will turn away, possibly.
So wait a minute. So
they'll be like, the game's already out for 2 months. Why do I want it?
So should I'm going to go back to Kickstarter here because this is really being caused by Kickstarter.
Yes, it is.
So should I, 2 to 3 months before I launch my Kickstarter campaign, pitch it?
No. I always tell people the best time to solicit to distributors is right the day after you send your files to the printer. Because once you send them to the printer, it's about, 8 weeks, 10 weeks. It's about that time when your game's eventually going to arrive, and then you want a week or two for the Kickstarter backers to get it before distribution. And then hopefully the twains meet. So we work with our clients to hopefully make those twains meet.
So somebody who's watching, who's doing their little checklist, tell me again what you just said. So the moment that my game is file complete and I send it off to the printer,
and the printer says, yes, we accept, we're about to make your games.
The machines are starting up. You now turn around and start pitching this to...
They should come to me or contact the distributors directly if you're going through distribution and say, hi, we have this game coming out. Well, in the case of September, October, November, December, right?
This game coming out before Christmas. Yeah.
So December, first week of December, second week, it doesn't matter, just a month. And you say December, because that's what I have a lot of clients saying, that the games that they've just sent to the printer will arrive beginning of December, end of November. And then that way, it gives them time to do their song and dance, and hopefully it all works together where the twains meet.
And these twains that you keep talking about are the distributors and retailers say, yeah, we want your game.
We got enough time to get info on that.
That was perfect. Could you send us 200 copies?
They're just like, oh, it's available.
Just as your games arrive from the manufacturer?
Correct.
And you're like, yes, we can send them 1 week after we send them to our Kickstarter back.
I mean, you don't say those words.
No,
don't ever say those words.
I'm doing the checklist. In your checklist, when do I send it to the distributors? Kickstarter backers +1.
Plus, yeah, 2 weeks is what I really recommend. If it starts going over a month, forget it. I actually will turn away people who say that their game's been out for over a month, and people go, what? But nobody's seen it. I said all it takes is just a few retailers or a few distributors seeing that your game's been out for over a month, and it diminishes sales. Do I have any actual data? No. It's all anecdotal, and it's what?
It's all right here. It's in his gut. It's coming right out of his gut. He's just like, oh yeah, I feel it right here.
Just ate early dinner.
Oh, okay.
So, and then we went to the Alliance Open House, or I went to the Alliance Open House, one of the distributors, and 2 of the presenters were presenting to this room full of like 300 retailers, and in their presentation is backed by Kickstarter money this, and Kickstarter backers, and I'm like, you're doing this in a room of retailers, and all the retailers that I was sitting with at my table, another friend of mine was at another table, we both came back after each other and said, all the tables were rumbling. All the retailers were like, I'm not listening to this. Why is he doing this? And 2 actual publishers that are good-sized publishers who use Kickstarter were sitting there rambling about how great their Kickstarter was to a room of retailers. They don't want to hear it. Don't rub it in their face. Don't bring it to the front.
We've reached a point where they're kind of willing to kind of admit that they have to deal with it, but they're not happy about it.
We all know the elephants in the room. Just don't point them out. Is that bad? Is that okay?
Yeah.
The giant elephants in the room, just don't point and go, hey, it's over there. So I say that when you're doing your product launch, if your pie consists of distribution, Kickstarter, consumer, conventions, whatever, those list of places you're going to sell, if you're doing all of it, if you want the whole pie, treat them all the same.
What does that mean, treat them all the same?
Have a street date. Make sure that they all get the information at the same time. Don't go 6 months later and start calling up retailers saying, "Oh yeah, I got 300 more in my garage. I sell 1 a month on my website. Maybe I'll call some stores now." It just doesn't work. You want it to be all the same. Do your launch. It's just like when you see every Tuesday it says DVD, on DVD Tuesday.
Yeah, Godzilla tomorrow.
Yeah, Godzilla. Walmart, Target, all those big guys, they all have that product already. They've been sitting on it for about a week probably, holding it, and they can't put it on store shelves until Tuesday morning. That's what you want to parallel. We want to achieve that and parallel that, because even the smallest retailer, to the smallest distributor, biggest distributor, and everybody in between.
Okay, so what advice do you have them when they solicit their game? Okay, you've talked about timing. Is there other pieces of advice?
Solicit is just basic information. They want the SKU code, which is the company code, and a little number that attaches to your game. They want the title, the price, a description, a picture of the game cover and/or the game in action,
okay,
and then a month of release.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that information is all that they're gonna decide whether to keep my game or not, or do they even care?
It's not that the distributors don't care.
Okay.
But it's not that the distributors don't care. They want to solicit and get as many pre-sales and sales as possible, of course, because they want to sell more. But at the same time, in my opinion, very much my opinion, I think this is a very reactive industry. It's very consumer-driven right now, and it's all about the consumer driving sales into stores to retailers and then thus through distributors. It's very hard for distributors and retailers to be seen as sales people.
They're not generating demand for you.
I'm not saying that you don't. I'm going to have a lot of retailers go, Aldo, we demo games, we sell them. I'm not saying you don't. You do, of course. But on the mass range, it's all about those consumers walking it up in droves going, oh my God, Heroes Wanted was at Gen Con. Everybody wanted it. Oh my God, it's sold out in day one to distribution. Please, Mr. Retailer, can you get me a copy from your distributor? It's all about that's going to pull it through.
I'm hoping we get to play this tonight because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I hope we get to play it again. We're going to have a good turnout tonight.
So beyond all of that, I just say soliciting.
Well, the description. How important is the description?
The description is just a little 3 to 5 sentence. Honestly, it's not about. Everybody asks me, hey, I want to do a great sell sheet. I want to do the great this.
Right.
All they want is the basic shell. This is more of a logistics game now. So distributors and retailers are really more in the realm of logistics more than anything else, in my opinion. Distributors, of course, buy.
They not want to market your game for you.
No, they do through their magazine or their newsletter a little bit.
But that's logistics.
But
that's
that's to retailers.
Right.
Really, the demand is coming from the consumers, and the distributors do not advertise to consumers. Retailers, of course, do because they want people just to come to their store. But overall, you advertising on Board Game Geek or going to Gen Con or going to any consumer convention locally or doing forums or whatever, that's really what, in my opinion, snowballs these games.
Can I just say something here in case you decide to use Amazon as your distributor?
Well, not as a distributor.
Retailer.
Retailer,
not distributor.
Your storefront, a lot of
your storefront. Just as a heads up, we just talked about 3 months is December.
Yeah.
Amazon has a cutoff date for posting new merchandise from new vendors, and it's sometime in October.
Wow.
What does that mean? That means you can't add new inventory to sell stuff on Amazon from October past Christmas. They won't let you. They'll send. I've had a storefront out there for a couple of years, just kind of experimenting, and I get a letter every year. No new inventory after this date under the toys and games category. So that's just a heads up. I thought since we mentioned
a lot of people use Amazon as their website to garner pre-orders or just to sell direct, blah, blah, blah.
So you got to do that before.
So soliciting, the reason I brought this up again is just because so many people are forgetting it. Like I said, at the last minute I'll get a phone call saying, hey Aldo, I'm shipping the game to you, or it's already in port in the United States, you're getting it next week. And I'm like, you didn't even give me information about this. Oh, but... So please don't forget that when you're doing this professional process that you like to do as a game publisher, make sure that that's one of the things that you do, is that you give all the distributors and retailers the same chance to solicit your product equally. Some may take it, some may not, but at least you've given them an equal chance, and then the backers, of course, getting theirs beforehand.
Good advice.
Are we good?
Tell us about your trip to your warehouse.
What?
There's a video.
Actually, yes.
On this channel.
Okay, so on this YouTube channel, I took 2 1-minute videos, and it seems that people were really, really interested. I was just bored. I was waiting for my warehouse manager to get back from doing something, and so I'm walking up and down the aisles at the warehouse, and I go, oh, I'll just take a video, and I start talking to myself, and it's just 2 little 1-minute videos. And
hundreds of people.
Then people are all interested in it, but it was just a warehouse. It looks like Costco. If you guys have a Costco near you, I mean that's really what it is. But I was able to go back to the warehouse for 2 days and do a lot of cleaning. straightening things out and get, of course, visuals on a lot of product and what's going on there. And I told Richard, as boring as a warehouse may sound, I came back all invigorated and excited.
He was pumped up.
I was like, wow, I said, this is pretty cool. Look at all this stuff, you know?
He bought me dinner. He was so excited.
Wow.
It was very nice.
Boy, did I spend a ton on dinner.
It doesn't matter. It was the thought that counts.
But I would say the next thing coming up is nothing, practically. There's
I love nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost the end of the convention season. There's Essen, of course, in Germany. There's BGG Con. And then there's one more distributor open house in Nashville through Southern Hobby. But I'm not going to any of those three, so it's kind of like done for me for the rest of the season.
So, but we'll keep doing more shows.
Yeah, we're going to keep doing more shows.
It's been a while since we've done a show. Why is that, Aldo?
Because I've been gone. Conventions,
Aldo's been gone. We've missed it's been a couple months.
On an airplane, yeah.
Even though this is episode 33, Aldo and I, this past weekend kind of marks our anniversary. We kind of came together 2 years ago,
yep.
Labor Day weekend, and so now Labor Day was just 2014 was just recently passed, and so we kind of marked our 2-year anniversary of doing this. Something like, we're going to count it. I don't know when we exactly started, but
and now we have our game group and friends, and we see each other all the time, and
friends
do lots of stuff. Look at this in these videos. So
we're having a great time.
Yeah, I don't know what the next one's going to be. I feel like we're rehashing things, but I think now talking about updating based off of today's market and economy, I think that's a good thing to keep going.
All right. Well, this has been great. Hopefully you've heard something interesting.
Inspiring.
I know Aldo really wanted to talk about this, so he's going to wander off camera.
Wander off.
Just leaves me here. Thank you for joining us. And hey,
wait, no,
hey,
stop,
hey.
stop. I'm going to stop. No, stop talking. See you guys.
Ah!